All right, so I have on the bench the 42 RE that I tore down and cleaned, and this is out of the 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And if you remember, this is the one that had no reverse and no fourth gear, and we found the Overdrive direct snap ring all broken up in pieces, and the clutches were completely out, is what we found when we tore this transmission down. So I was starting to do the rebuild process, and pretty much all I did was I knocked all my bushings in place. And then I says, you know, this one's really not that bad to do. I have time, meaning between today and tomorrow. So I figured, let me film the rebuild and we can do this together. We can rebuild this one together. Still a pretty popular transmission that is used. And again, if you have an A500, the 518, the 42 RE, the 44 RE, the 46 RE, and the 48 RE, this is basically the same thing. Now the 46 and the 48 RE, it's on a much larger scale. You know, everything is bigger, but it's still the same concept for the rebuild. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we'll get everything. So we'll do all the sub-assemblies. We're gonna put the pump together. We're gonna do the drums. We'll put the Planetary gears together with all the washers and everything. The overdrive section. And then probably what we'll do is get the case up here on the bench, and we'll put the reverse servo in and the intermediate servo in. And then possibly we can put this support in place also with the gasket. And then tomorrow when I come in, we'll look at just put it all together. And then we'll do the valve body. I'll move that off the bench. We could do the valve body. But again, the valve body, I do not have the transducer, which is not a big deal. So we'll just do what we can with the valve body. And I'm going to have to put that in later. I won't have that part till Monday. And Monday morning, this is going to start going back in the car. So all I got to do is drop the pan, put the sensor in, plug it in, and have them put the pan back up. All right, so let me get set up here. I'll get the camera on the drums and the pump and everything we're going to do, and we can start the rebuild process for this 42 RE. Okay, so I have all my lip seals here that we're going to need for the clutch pistons. All right, so first this is the forward clutch piston, and this one has a bit of a longer lip seal on it. So we'll go ahead and put that one on. Okay, and then the inner one, now you have two small ones. All right, and this is, of course, smaller. So this one is going to go for the overdrive piston, and this one will go, make sure these are in place. Okay, see that? I got to just tuck it in. Okay, there we go. So this feels good. Okay, so that's that one. Now, with the direct drum, let me just move this out of the way for with the direct drum, I'm going to get a few different lip seals in the kit. All right, so this one here you could see is smooth, but some of these will have the groove to take the lip seal, which comes in the kit. So you see this lip seal is on the outside, but the seal that's going to go is going to go into the drum, so actually the lip is on the inside. Okay, so this one would normally go here, but since this is piston does not have the groove for it, we do not use this. And again, it comes with both of these inner seals. This is the revised one, and this is the original one. Okay, and the original one can give problems, and that is no third when it's cold. And as soon as it heats up, you'll have third. But we got in, I mean, we've been dealing with this problem. We're in our current location where we are for probably about 27 years, and even before then, you know, when these first came out as the Overdrive and the A500, we were dealing with the problem down at the old shop that we had with this one, and that's how long we're dealing with that problem. And I don't know why they keep putting that seal in the kit, but I guess they have to. The seal's on the direct drum. So again, we have the later inner seal. Okay. Let's gonna go in, goes in nice. Okay, and then the other one, again with the lip on the outside, we're gonna feed it into the drum here. I don't know if you guys can't see, I'm trying to just work this thing in. Okay. Now I'm going to go around with the scribe to make sure the lip is facing out. Well, the lip is out. Of course, it's facing out. Okay, so we got that and that ready to go. Okay, now the overdrive piston, we'll just go ahead and install those seals. Okay. All right, and we'll deal with that later. All right, so now we're gonna put the two drums together. Okay, so here is the forward drum, and let me move this over a little bit. All right, so we're gonna use our trans gel here. And that washer, let me just find it because I want to show you this now. This washer pretty much will go in only one way. You see, it doesn't fit this way. It fits that way, and it doesn't fit that way. So this will only go in one way, but that's where it goes. It sits in here like that. And then the other one will go on the intermediate shaft here, like that. All right, so we'll put those on later. All right, now we're going to take the piston. We're going to grease up the seal. This one, we're going to do the feeler gauge. Just fit that seal around. Okay, just don't want to force it. Just let it go in. Okay, there we go. Now I can rotate this piston. I mean, it's a little tough because there's grease on it. But I can rotate the piston, so when you can do that, the lip seal is normally in place where it's supposed to be. All right, our Belleville snap ring, and then our very wavy. Where is the snap ring? Just so you don't get it confused, just to let you know, this is the wavy one for the forward drum, and this is the wavy one for the direct drum. You see the two ends here? Okay, there's no notch or anything cut in it, whereas the one for the direct drum will look like this. All right, because they're both wavy. This is much more wavier, and it has for the direct drum the little notch cut in it there. All right, so this will go right in, no problem. Just push it down, push it in. Okay, then what I like to do to make sure it is in, I have the snap ring pliers, and I just give it a spread. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to load up our clutch discs. All right, these are the forward steels. Now the forward clutches are different than the direct clutches. The forward clutches are thinner than the direct clutches. All right, so the forward clutch, that's about 61 thousandths versus the direct clutch is about 85 thousandths. Now, the thing is, a lot of people look at this transmission as if the drum as if the transmission is together. So you have the forward drum and the direct drum. So sometimes they may refer to the forward clutch as the rear clutch, and the direct clutch as the front clutch. You know, it depends on how it's worded, but forward, and the direct clutch for third gear, direct drive. Okay, so here are our forward frictions. So we'll put this one down first. Okay, then alternate. And we have our snap ring, which is not wavy. It's just pretty much straight snap ring. Okay. All right, so I didn't really like this clutch pack when it was done with the stack up, but what I did was I found another snap ring. That snap ring may have been a little bent or dished or something, because now I have a little clearance in the clutch pack and these things spin free. So I'm okay with this now. All right, so that's the forward drum. All right, so now we have the direct drum. We have both of our lip seals in place. Okay. So this piston may go down a little harder than normal because that lip seal sticks out a little further, that inner seal. Okay. All right, and here is nice and smooth also. There's no lip or anything in here. That looks good. All right, so go ahead and put this in, and this should just go right down. Okay. All right, that is down all the way. And then we have our spring seat, and snap ring. All right, so I'm just gonna go over to the foot press. I'm gonna push this down. I'm just gonna put the snap ring in, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and stack up our direct clutch. All right, we have a little kind of like notch in this drum right here, so when you put the pressure plate in, you got to leave that open or the pressure plate won't go in. Okay, so we'll put the opening here in, and then our wavy one with a little notch in it. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's get the forward drum back here, and let's do our rings. Let's get the drum finished. Okay, so in the Trans-Tech kit, you have the hard plastic type rings for the forward drum. Here's the pump, so you have the two small ones and the one large one. So we'll try this, make sure it fits. That fits good. Okay, and then the small ones. Okay, that fits good right in there. And the second one. Okay, all right, so all right, here are the rings. So we have the Teflon ring, which is going to be replaced with a steel ring. And then we have one Teflon and one kind of like hard plastic Teflon ring. They're going to be replaced by both of these plastic type Teflon rings. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do the large one first. Gotta close it. Sorry if you can't, I know you can't really see, but I'm trying to, the ring has a lock on it. There's a, let's see, well, you just got to make sure that lock is closed. Okay, all right, so that's good, and it spins free. And then the other two, okay, and this one. Okay. And then we have the washer here. Okay, so that's good. These rings we do not need anymore. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the front planet together. All right, so I knocked the new bushing here. I got new bushings in here. I have my washer on this already. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and spin this down. All right, now we have two tab. It's gonna go on first. Then we have the up tab, which you gotta look at the flat spot. It'll only go on one way. And then you need your snap ring pliers. What did I do with mine? Oh, give me 1 second, I left them over there. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put the snap ring on. Okay, see it spins, so that's in good. I'm going to flip this over. Have another 4-tab washer. Put right on there. Okay. And that go on there like that. Okay? All right, now we have our reverse drum. Let's get the band. Got a brand new band. I just kind of like to set all this up here. Okay, make sure the band fits good. It does. All right, then we have our ring gear. Gonna go inside. And our planet. Okay, just like the other one. I didn't do it with the other one, but I did, but off camera. Just make sure the gears spin free and they're not rocking back and forth. Okay, so let's put the smaller 4-tab washer, flip it, and we'll put the smaller 4-tab washer there. Put that in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to work on our pump. Okay, new pump bushing. And I have the converter here, which I'll go and get. So I tried the pump bushing on the converter that's going to be going in the car. But once the pump is together, I'm going to get the converter. We're going to put it on the bench and try it, make sure the pump spins freely. Okay, so here is new bushing staked on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and put our front seal in. Here is our front seal, but I like to put a little Permatex on it. Okay, there we go. We can knock that in place. bit of a hard time. That is in. Now, stand here. I'm going to raise this camera up a little bit. Okay. Add some oil. Okay, so on these pump gears, just kind of note which way they come out. All right, so this one is pretty much square on top on this side, and this side has the chamfer. Okay, sorry about that, I just had to run out for a minute. Okay, so again, with the pump gear, we got really no chamfer here, and we got a chamfer on this, so this is gonna face down. All right, then you just gotta try to line her up. Okay, now, you got a slide here, and nothing here, okay? And you got 3 slots here, so that's how we're gonna line this up. All right, so the middle one, where it goes to nothing, you just put it right on, kind of get you in the general area. Let's get our pump bolts. Now let's get our band. I gotta find that. I think I got it. Okay. Got a couple sizes of these. Okay, let's open this up a little. Let's make sure everything is lined up. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and tighten this. All right, let's tighten these down. I just like to make sure everything is tight. So this is 20 foot-pounds. Okay. All right, so now we'll take these rings off. We have our washer that goes. I'm gonna get our new nickel-style rings here. You're gonna have a lot more rings in the kit, in the ring kit, than you may need, because the kit covers a lot of years. Even the hydraulic ones, where it has the governor, it takes they give you the 3 rings, which aren't even used now because it's electronic. Okay, so let's put these rings on. Oh, you know what? Sorry about this. First, gotta try them. Make sure they fit good, which they normally do. Okay. Okay. Fit good. Good. Okay, the rings are locked. I'm going to go ahead and take the band off. Put our pump O-ring on. Okay. All right, then we'll get the converter. I'll be right back. We're going to make sure the pump spins freely. Okay. So let's make sure this thing didn't move. Okay. Here we go. Very nice. Perfect. Okay. Get rid of this. All right, now. All right, let me get set up for the overdrive section, and then we can go ahead and put that together. And we're gonna have to line it up. So I cut a part of a shaft, because you gotta line up the overdrive sprig along with the Planet, because everything fits on this one shaft, so everything has to be lined up. All right, let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we are going to assemble the overdrive section, and I just had to clean this up because I did get a little messed up from the snap ring breaking, but I got it all nice where the pressure plate will drop right in. Okay, so first we're going to do the overdrive sprig. All right, so let's get some grease there where the sprig rides. There's a couple of bushings. Okay. Now we're going to take the sprig and just set it right on. Find the spot and it'll fall right on. There we go. All right, now for some reason this can get put in backwards. I don't know if they're maybe putting it from the other side, but if you have a 3/4 flare, usually that means the sprig is in backwards. Okay, now gotta take my snap ring pliers, and that should stay, and we're gonna spin that right in. All right, so there's one set of the spline there, and then the other set of spline is this overdrive Planet. So let's make sure this is good. These are normally good. These gears never rock back and forth. If the thing got very hot or if the gears are broken, then they would have to be changed. Okay, so there's the other set of splines that ride here, that are gonna have to be lined up. And we gotta I have my line-up tool here that we're gonna put in as we press down. It's gonna be installed as we press down on this heavy spring inside here to put the snap ring in for the overdrive direct clutch. Now we're all gonna do that together. We'll do that together. Okay, so let me put this bearing in place. Okay, and then this will. All right. All right, now we're going to stack up our overdrive direct clutch. All right, these steels. All right, so some of these steels are no good. Pressure plates are good. Let me see what I have in the way of steels. And I will be back. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have some somewhere. All right, just give me 1 second. All right, so I got some different steels here. All right, so we're gonna put this bottom plate in first. You got a little step here. All right, and this is gonna face, that step will face down. So this will go in, drop down. Okay, and we alternate. Okay, and then the pressure plate. And then the new snap ring that always gets changed. Okay, so now we got to press this down. We got to put some pressure on that 800-pound spring to lower it so we can get below the snap ring groove. Okay, but first we're going to put this in place. This will line up the two splines. Okay. See, that moves up and down easy, so that's good. Okay, let me just get set up over by my press over there, and we'll go ahead and do that. So let me just get set up. Give me 1 second. All right, so now I'm gonna put some pressure on this spring. It'll push down. I'm going to go below the snap ring groove. Okay, this fell into place, no problem. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this snap ring in. Okay, it looks like it is in all the way around. Then we can make this back up. All right, now we're going to meet you back at the bench, and we'll take this line-up shaft out. Okay, so give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to give this thing a shot here. And I'll lift right out. All right, so everything is lined up. So now when we go to put our transmission together, that'll fall right in. Okay, so now this is good. I want to actually put this together in a little while because I want to just clean up that extension housing a little bit. It's got some crap on it where the transfer case plugs in, so I want to clean all those holes out with all the corrosion and stuff. So just leave this here for now. Okay. Here's our piston that we're going to be eventually installing. So now what I want to do is get the case up here, and we can put support in the case. I just want to clean this up. Want to put the support in the case, and we can put the intermediate and the reverse servo installed into the case.